All right, we are live with another Patreon hangout. We're doing it a little bit different this time. Hopefully everything is working. Michael is on La Palma in the Canary Islands, and I'm here in Norway in our house. So we're using Skype.
Yeah,
So,
and there's several issues here. There's the internet is kind of challenged. There's a lot of wind. There might be some sun coming into the camera, and there's activity. So, just gotta make do.
yeah, and I also hope our voice levels are pretty much equal. If one of us has a higher volume, tell us in the chat, and I'll try to adjust it as we go.
Why don't you introduce the topic?
Yeah, so pretty much we thought we should just do a really casual hangout this month. Considering you've been going to La Palma, so
Yeah.
I just really want to hear about how the trip has gone. I mean, we've been talking a little bit, but yeah. Also, by the way, hello, Jenny, both Jennys, are Jenny Marie and Johnny Kanelhjärta.
The Jennies are in the house.
Yeah.
That's good. Why don't you take a look at the technical stuff, make sure everything's... Well, it seems to be fine. Everyone's saying it's fine, so... It's difficult. I have to have one earplug out, unless I can't hear my own voice.
Yeah. Sorry about the noise, but
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's someone sawing something.
Yeah, there's a workshop right next to here. So problematic, challenging conditions, but we'll do our best. Is that a plane?
Almost.
Yeah.
So tell us about the place.
I can show the. Why don't I show the view first?
Yeah.
Can you see the view?
Yeah. Looks very good.
Yep. So this is where I'm sitting right now on La Palma, and epic views. Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've been there a few times, and you've also been there at some point alone, a couple of years ago or something.
Yes.
But I've never been there alone.
Yeah, no, it's my second time alone here, I guess, and it's kind of weird actually, because most of the places here, most of the things and places, I sort of, they're like connected with you, Mads, obviously. Because we've been here together and we've been doing all these cool things, and I look straight across there and I see the road going up to El Time, and I remember when we were biking there, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I just like half an hour ago or something, I checked on my previous channel, my gaming channel, where I actually made a video of us the first time on La Palma. It's like half an hour long. Maybe I'll link it in the description or something.
Yeah, that's right. That video is cool.
Yeah, it's really cool where we see you going the whole trip, and yeah, it's intense.
Maybe we'll repost. We can post it on Patreon to all our patrons.
We can do that.
But yeah, so lots of memories for sure. Is it okay with the noise, or?
For me, it's okay. It's just annoying, but I can hear you fine.
It's worst for me because Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
It's not snowing in Norway, Jenny Marie. It is. It was snowing a lot, and then it was really cold for a long time, and then it got really kind of mild. It was like yesterday. It was like 5 degrees Celsius, and today it's been -10. So everything is frozen solid and insanely slippery. Challenging.
Yeah.
Also Jenny Kanelhjärta asked what kind of content I provided on my gaming channel. Well, it was pretty much a lot of different games, but me and a friend of mine, we made like let's plays together. where we talked like this on Skype while playing the same multiplayer games. We were possibly one of the first channels who did Minecraft multiplayer, so we were insanely popular at one point. I would say like it just went up extremely fast in terms of subscribers and stuff. The problem was we were both suddenly very tired of that game, and yeah, we stopped. But if you had continued, it would probably be very big.
Pretty big channel, yeah. Oh, that fucking noise.
Don't worry. So how did your trip go?
Yeah, to La Palma, you mean?
Yeah,
it was good. I mean, I was definitely ready to leave with all the snow and stuff, and with my running. And I was definitely needing sunshine. Sorry, I can't think. The noise is extremely loud. Yes, it was a direct flight, Jenny. So that was quite nice. But the only bad thing was that when we were waiting to fly, it took. First of all, the flight was slightly delayed, and then eventually we got around to leaving, and then there was the defrosting process of the plane, and that took longer than usual. And then after like 1 hour, suddenly the captain says, "Oh, there's a passenger who doesn't want to," and he's threatened the staff. So we needed to go all the way back to start. The police had to come and get him. We had to wait an additional half an hour, and then we had to go through the whole process of taxing and getting the defrosting process done again. So that it was like over 2 hour delay. We were sitting in the plane. It was pretty boring. But yeah, eventually we got to travel, and it was nice. Yeah, fine. A little bit uncomfortable. It was Primera Airways, and we couldn't even take the seat a little bit back, so it was really very uncomfortable.
Did you get to?
And then
did you get to watch a film?
Yeah, I downloaded the Downsizing movie with Matt Damon, and I realized when I started it that it's actually a cam movie. Like
That's
it's from a.
I hate when that happens.
Someone filmed it in the movie theater, and it's just horrible. You don't get any good sound, and everything is like more like one-dimensional. It's kind of weird.
No.
I'd say the storyline was intriguing. It wasn't really the best movie ever, but I did watch the best movie ever yesterday. It's absolutely amazing movie. Like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. It's called Thelma. Thelma. It's a Norwegian movie, and it's extremely high quality, and it's so rich. The story, it's very sensual. It's very interesting. Very, very beautiful movie.
Nice.
Yeah. But eventually, anyway, I arrived here, and it's quite a trip, of course, because when I was at the airport, I was going to take a bus, but then the bus had already went, so I had to take a taxi with some other people, and then another bus, and then, of course, carry my stuff all the way here to get to the camping. So it's quite a long day, but I managed to do it.
It's as always on La Palma. It's a volcanic island, and you get burned by the flames easily there. It's like always we're so it really takes a toll. It's
an extreme island. I mean, it will force you to get either very fit or very unfit.
Yeah.
Because either you're actually moving around and you're carrying your food and you're walking and you're taking the bus and you're biking or running or whatever, in which case you'll become extremely fit, or you're just too intimidated by the crazy terrain that you just don't move at all, in which case you'll be very unfit.
Yeah. Which most of the La Palma or the Palmeros are.
The Palmeros are extremely unfit, so they must have chosen not to move. So, yeah, I just came back for a run, did kilometers. It was insane, totally insane. And I was heading up this road that I'm used to heading up, basically from, I went
You said
From
13
here,
kilometers?
Laguna. Yeah, I went down the road past the church towards Tazacorte, you know, the road that we never really use.
Yeah.
The one going straight across from this road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All the way down to Tazacorte,
Yeah.
and then all the way up to Los Llanos again, and then all the way up past Triana and to the bus stop before El Paso, you know, the one where we go down Camino La Cruz Chica.
Yeah.
It was totally insane. And then funny thing, this is what I was going to tell you earlier, but I didn't tell you. When I came back, I was planning on going past this store on the way back because I didn't have not enough food.
Yeah.
So I was going to buy some juice or something like that, but it was closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to improvise. So what I did when I came back was basically make a smoothie of mostly some ripe bananas, some unripe bananas, and then beans. Like
What?
canned beans
Oh,
for smoothie, and then half a jar of apricot jam, and then lots of water.
That sounds disgusting.
But it was great. It was actually great. It was like tasty. I wonder how it's gonna digest though, but it worked out pretty tasty, and I got my calories in, and that was the important part.
Yeah, food pleasure, that can just...
Yeah. By the way, I see Jenny, she's talking about not watching Palma because it's a horror. It's not a horror movie, although it has elements of horror. It's kind of like there's an underlying sense of a little bit of a horror vibe, maybe, just a little bit. But it's mostly a kind of... I can't really describe it. It's a piece of art. It's amazing. It has sensual elements. It has exciting elements. It has emotional sort of personal elements, and has a somewhat of a supernatural, paranormal kind of element to it. Yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing film. Definitely, you should try it. Yeah, it's really cool. It was a good
Just
movie.
One thing though, your beard is totally making scratching noises on the microphone all the time you speak.
I think it's probably not the beard, actually. It's probably this jacket. Let me open it. Just tell me what happens again.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Jenny Canadiata also says that she's going to watch Dunkirk today. And we have watched it. We watched it with our family in the cinema, and I really liked it. It's very difficult to describe.
Loud.
Yeah, it's kind of loud, but you get really into the how it was. There's not that much stuff happening, but there's. You just get in. I don't know. You're just really into it. It's nice.
Yeah, it's more like realistic. It doesn't cover a huge amount of time. It's just like a certain block of time, and then you sort of follow a few people, and it's just up close and personal.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
So
yeah, what else can I say?
You're gonna be obviously you went there on the 22nd. Yeah. 22nd?
23rd, and I'm staying until the 13th.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, that is the same day I went to Costa Rica alone 3 years ago.
Ah, yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Good day to travel.
Yeah. How long are you going to stay?
7 weeks. So, yeah. I hope... I look forward to it. I find... I'm feeling, happy about being here. It was the first few days took a little bit of adjusting, just coming from the winter and suddenly being here. Although it was mostly a positive adjustment, it was like birds and insects and sun. And that's nice. Yeah. But there was also somewhat of a homesickness, I guess. Immediately when you leave, it's almost like you get withdrawal symptoms from being so used to the stability and everything in Norway, and suddenly being here where everything is literally unstable. I have to be more spontaneous. I have to adjust to a different schedule and a different environment, and the internet, which is pretty slow and kind of difficult to deal with. all those things. But I knew what I was coming to. I knew this was how it was here, and as I said, I'm mostly just positive about everything. And I've been a little bit worried about my toe, of course, because my main thing here is running, and I have a bit of pain in my toe. I think it was fractured by stubbing my toe a few weeks ago, but actually it's feeling pretty good right now. Like after this run, it wasn't that bad.
Nice. I mean, if it was fractured, it has been like over 3 weeks or something.
4 weeks almost now.
Yeah,
almost 4 weeks, I think.
So you should be getting better, definitely now.
Yeah, I think.
Strangest thing about this is that I actually stubbed my toe, or kind of stubbed my toe, and broke the same toe 2 months ago. So I've been having like really bad pain for 6 weeks, but it's passing, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to the videos. Jenny says she's looking forward to the videos.
Yeah, it's a good place for videos.
And I am
mix with the fruit and stuff.
Yeah, I made one yesterday, but I still haven't gotten around to editing. It's just still adjusting to the schedule here and trying to write a schedule. I'm working in Excel just to sort of put a schedule together, because I need to have a very fixed schedule where I have blocks of time where I work on different things, so I'm able to actually get it done. And so I need to get that in check, and then once my schedule is good, I'll start editing and uploading probably next week. Also they're talking about the Planet of the Apes, which War for the Planet of the Apes, and I like that too. Well, I think it was the one, if that's the one that came out like a couple of years ago or something like that, then I've seen it. But there's a new one now. I don't remember which one, what that is called. But
me neither.
And then a random thing: do you ever get black toenails from running? I have two, one on each foot, the longest toe, which is not the big toe, but the next one. So they're a bit bloody or black now.
Do you have pain in them? Because I have one toe that's particularly painful on the nail always, but it doesn't turn black. Yeah.
I do have that at times when I'm running a lot of downhill, and it also depends. It also depends on how you tie your shoelaces. Like there's a way you can tie your shoelaces where it keeps your foot more like back. So it doesn't, and then of course having big shoes like Ultra, where there's a big toe box, that matters a lot too. So Jenny's got a black toenail now. Well,
congratulations.
Welcome to the run world. That's like, you look at runners' feet, that's just an ugly sight. Like all ultra runners, their feet is just like all black toenails.
Yeah, and lifters' hands.
Always full of calluses. Full of calluses. Mm-hmm. How's that lifting going nowadays?
Pretty good. This week is a deload week before starting a maintenance mesocycle, where I will be just keeping calories at maintenance and keeping the volume of exercise very low, so my body can kind of resensitize for new growth after a few weeks. So we'll see what happens in a month.
That's exciting. Jenny Carneliata says tried barefoot running, and yes, definitely. I mean, true barefoot running, of course, you don't get any black toenails. It's great, but you're more sensitive and more vulnerable to the terrain. Obviously, like if you're running on like perfect smooth jungle trails with like soft soil, that's probably fine. But if you're running on rocks or asphalt, then it's a little bit more tough to be barefoot. And you can put on some Vibram 5 fingers, of course. I've done that too, and that's a little bit better.
Our beginning of our running, we started running barefoot on Koh Payam in Thailand like 7 years ago.
And, with 5 fingers.
Was it? We were trying a few totally barefoot as well.
Not really.
I remember distinct.
I mean,
Please
sure,
don't
we
tell.
were trying. I think we tried barefoot, you know, like 1 kilometer here and there, maybe, but not really barefoot.
I seem to recall a long trip, but whatever. Yeah, it's quite harsh. But Vibram Five Fingers is like perfect for if you want all the biomechanical benefits of barefoot running without actually ripping up your soul.
Yeah, it's a good shoe. Jenny Marie says she only tried barefoot on the beach, which kind of doesn't count. It does, and yeah, we've done that too. Barefoot on the beach in Thailand, that's pretty nice when it's like packed hard because the water is just out. That's nice. Jenny Canela just asks if it's hard to build up enough skin to be able to not hurt while running. No, it's not really hard. I mean, yeah, you just have to do it. Get out there and walk barefoot and run barefoot. Little by little, you adapt, just like with any training or building a tan or anything like that. Just little by little, you build your tolerance. You get thicker skin, but you're still. I mean, if you're running on the pavement, for example, you're still going to be getting a little bit less cushioning, which means that your joints and stuff, they have to absorb the landing forces very quickly. Even if you run with Vibram Five Fingers, personally, I've found that I think that's best if you're running on fairly soft ground, because if you're running on like pavement, milliseconds more time to sort of
something went wrong.
Okay.
I think we went offline for a few seconds. I think we're online again now, but can you guys in the chat say hello if we're still there? And if we did fall out? It said that it's reconnected or something.
Yeah, they're saying you're back. It's live.
Okay, good. Sorry about that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, everything seems fine now. Anyway, what would you...
Yeah,
you were
I
saying
guess
something.
just to sum up. Yeah, just to sum up what I was saying, I was basically saying, even with Vibram Five Fingers, when you're running on the pavement, you have to absorb a lot of impact forces. And it's good, actually, sometimes, I think, to have a little bit of cushioning if you're running on hard... the foot and the ground, in terms of, like, if you have thick skin, you can tolerate running on the pavement, but the problem is your joints and everything to react very quickly to the impact, whereas if you have a little bit of cushioning, you're giving your legs just a few more milliseconds before they have to sort of contract, and that sort of, in my experience, feels healthier.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, let's talk a little bit about La Palma again. I'm kind of interested in how the fruit situation is there. Yeah, you're at the end of the everything season, but how is it generally in the stores?
Yeah, and by the way, to everyone in the chat, we haven't really talked much about this, Mads and I. So it's almost like, I'm telling Mads this now, and I'm telling you guys as well. So it's depends how you look at it, because I know what to expect. So I think if I came here with the expectation that it was going to be excellent, lots of fruit, I would be extremely disappointed. But I didn't expect that. I know that it's pretty much not that good. But the fruit that you do get, like the bananas, are good. So I'm buying bananas, I'm eating bananas, and they're great. They're staple, and they're way better than the ones in Norway, most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
Papayas, I've had a papaya, yes, Jenny, that's right. And it was good. The one I posted on Instagram was really good. Oh, not really good. It's like a 6 out of 10 maybe 5 out of 10. But certainly it was tasty. And it was fresh, and it was nice to get a papaya again. I have another papaya ripening up. But the papayas in general, I know from experience, they're not that good.
No, I mean, we've had some insanely good ones from, where was it? I think we just lost Mikkel completely now. Which makes sense, considering he has really crappy internet. Anyway, I was trying to find the picture he posted on Instagram you should follow him. Looks pretty amazing. It looks to be from the table he's sitting at now. And gods, papayas is really the one thing I am missing the most when I'm out not traveling. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna try to call him up again. Here you can see my Skype picture. Very nice. Alright, well, let's hope he gets back as soon as possible. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be here alone in Norway. Not only alone from Mikkel, but my mother and father, who are living in the house right over there, is actually going away as well. Yeah, internet is being really weird today, both from my end and Michael's apparently. I should be back now though. Michael is not back. Anyway, as I was saying, our mother and father is going away. They are going to Nis, so I'll be pretty much alone for the next week and a half or something, which is going to be kind of nice, but it's also feels somewhat lonely. I do like having people around.
All right.
I just got Michael back. Let me just bring him up here. Everything is calling at the same time. That's confusing. Oh god. Oh,
crazy.
Yeah. Alright. There.
Doesn't matter, it just adds a little bit of flavor, I guess.
Yeah. That was all kinds of...
Is everything back to normal now?
Almost.
Can I just...
You can continue talking.
Okay, I guess I was talking about... Well, maybe you're in the middle of something, I don't know.
I was just saying that Mom and Dad is going away and I'll be alone for 1.5 weeks. Yeah. Well, welcome back. Yeah. You were talking about the fruit situation on La Palma, basically. Hello?
Yeah, the connection is really bad now. I almost can't hear you, but okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, so I was just saying that papayas are generally not really that good, although that one was pretty nice.
Yeah.
I bought a few mangoes last of the season. I bought them from Esteban, one of our favorite fruit vendors. And they were looking okay. Kind of, you know which one it is, those kind of big ones. But it turned out it wasn't really that good. I had 2 of them already. I have 3 total, and neither of them were any good. And then I've had a few cherimoyas from different places, also last of the season, and they're not that good either. They're kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's nice to put it in the mouth. I mean, putting a cherimoya in your mouth is almost always a good experience, even if it's bad.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not very good. I'll give them a 4 out of 10 maybe. So, and they're crazy expensive, like 6-7 euros per kilo.
That's
mangoes,
pretty much like
so I'm not going to buy them.
It's like here it is in
so
Norway.
That's not something it's going to go out of season. It's going to disappear from the shelves any minute now anyway. What else? Avocados. I had a few really good avocados.
Yeah, like last I guess 1 year ago when we were on La Palma and living in the house, we had so bad avocado experience. It was strange.
Yeah.
Like we've never been to La Palma and there was not any good avocados. It just hasn't happened. But last year was terrible, so it's good to hear that it's back to normal, I guess. What type
of avocado? It is back to normal. I've had three avocados. I have another one waiting for me today. So certainly good avocados, but I'm not going to eat too much of them actually. I just seem to get more like heart issues when I eat avocados.
Very strange.
What else? Potatoes and sweet potatoes are just like insanely good. The sweet potatoes here are just the best ever. So yeah, I just love eating the same as I do it in Norway, basically. Just bananas and sweet potatoes for the most part.
Yeah.
Some lentils.
I guess the difference between
other fruit
La Palma, the difference between La Palma and Norway is that it's real food there. It's pretty much like you don't get the same banana anytime. You don't get the same sweet potato at any time.
Sweet potatoes we get from different places now and then, but in Norway. But yeah, certainly here in La Palma, it's real food, high quality, nutrient dense. You just know it, you just taste it. It's great. Volcanic soil, it's just full of taste.
Yeah.
So that's good. Jenny wants to know if there are any persimmons. Yeah. Yes, there are persimmons. I still haven't seen any of them that sort of stood out. So I didn't buy them. But I might do if I just find some really good-looking ones one day.
Not even at the organic store?
But honestly, the biggest challenge is just logistics again. Like, I even had to eat bread a few days. The biodynamic one?
Yeah. You're like 10 seconds behind me, by the way.
You mean the biodynamic one? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't see anyone there. But what was I saying? Yeah, I even had to eat bread once a few times because I don't know. It's just like you have to choose between either you buy food, lots of fruit, or you get your training done. If you choose to buy a lot of fruit, then you have to go out and find it and carry it, and it's your training. And I want to run, so sometimes I come home from a run. Like yesterday, I came home from a run. No, 2 days ago, came home from a run. No ripe fruit, but I had to eat, obviously. So that's when I just had to buy some bread and just eat like bread with beans in it. Yeah. So yeah, there are a lot of organic shops here. That's true, Jenny, and they're ridiculously expensive, and the fruit isn't necessarily better, although sometimes it is. And the biodynamic shop, though, they do have better fruit usually, but it's super expensive.
Yeah, and there's also the organic shop close to or closer to the camping, which also has some insanely good fruit at times. I suspect you haven't been seeing any mame sapote, have you? I guess you could try to...
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have seen it. I saw it yesterday in the fruit shop. I asked the fruit boy, Jose. Yeah. I asked him, and he showed it to me. It's in the freezer. They have quite a lot of it, actually. It's costing $7.90 per kilo, though.
Wow.
But yeah, I'll buy a half one day, maybe.
Yeah. Nice.
Other than that, I don't know what else to say. I'm living in a caravan. I'm going to move to another caravan soon. It's nice. I sleep very well there, actually. I enjoy being alone for a little while. Not that, I mean, it's nice to live with you, Mats, of course. We have a nice flow going when we're living together at home in Norway, but it's also nice to spend some time all alone by yourself. I'm sure you're enjoying some alone time too.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I enjoy being alone, of course. Jenny Kanerhjarta is asking if the camping has cabins for rental, or if it's just the caravan spots. It is for rental, actually. There's no spots where you can camp your caravan if you have a caravan. They rent out caravans, and it's quite cheap if you rent one for a month. I believe it's 200 euros if you're one, and 250 if you share it with another person. So it's really good.
Yeah, it's good. And just to explain it, it's actually more like, it's not like they rent out caravans although that is what they do. But technically, what happens is that they just got a bunch of old caravans permanently parked, and then those caravans have sort of been fixed up and made into a little house. So you come here and you rent a caravan, or you can call it a cabin even. It's just like it's fixed, it's stationary. And there's also spots for tents, and as you said, if you have your own caravan, you can park it somewhere. But yeah, the price is good, and a lot of cool people here, and cool energy, and you meet a lot of interesting people. It's almost like a German colony, though, just like 90% Germans, which is fine.
What do you feel about living communally, though? I mean, we've been. I know we both kind of are fed up with communal living, and that's like the most communal place ever. Yeah,
I don't like it. I must say, although there are certain elements that I enjoy about it. For example, I do enjoy the element of random encounters. You know, there's always people coming through, visitors, and there's people staying long term, and you meet all these different people, and you can sort of have sudden, spontaneous, interesting conversations with people while you're cooking or just hanging out. And that's an element I enjoy, but that's of course also the other side of the coin is that sometimes it's difficult to get privacy sometimes.
Yeah.
And people are just bad at cleaning up in the kitchen and stuff sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, I enjoy having my own personal space ideally.
Yeah.
But being in this situation, I'm able to adapt, and I do enjoy certain elements of it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jenny and Murray, there was definitely a table made from a bike. We were in a caravan, actually, yes, last year, before we moved into the house, which was really an interesting experience. It's kind of difficult to rent a house on La Palma because you either pay kind of expensive amount of money to definitely
like a holiday rental,
or B&B, Airbnb or something, or you stay for sign a contract with someone staying for like at least 6 months, but usually around 12 months. We were going to stay there for 2 months, so it was very difficult. We had pretty much exhausted absolutely every apartment option in the Los Llanos area, and we had one left, and it was, as always, magical on La Palma. We were talking with a guy, and we ended up talking with this guy who told us about this guy who told us about this guy, and yeah, it sorted itself out. We rented it for 8 weeks, and it was pretty good.
Today, actually, not right, and on the, way sort of there where people bike back and forth.
Can you repeat that?
There today, I ran past. I was running down on the, the road, sort of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the big one where people bike back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
I was running there, and I looked towards the house, and I could see it. And it's painted orange now.
Really? I'm pretty sure he has been doing some renovations. I mean, it was half shabby when we were living there.
Yeah.
So.
But maybe we'll wrap it up. I mean, we're pretty much covered it all now.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else we have been covering, especially about La Palma. I guess there's nothing in specific. So how will your day look? How's the rest of your day now?
No, it's nice to be here. I look forward to making videos and sharing those, running, everything is planned, and it's nice to be here.
Mm-hmm. How's the rest of your day looking?
I hate slow internet.
Yeah. How's the rest of your day looking? Alright, oh well. We will never know. My day, at least, is going to be consisting of making food, as usual, and yeah, enjoying myself. I have downloaded a new game, The Last of Us Remastered, for PlayStation 4, and I'll be trying out that. It'll be nice. And yeah, still not there, Michael?
That's nice.
Oh. Alright, Michael?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're just like 20 seconds behind, so I think we're gonna call it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed despite all the insane internet issues. Maybe we'll make it even better next month when we'll be doing another live stream on some amazing topic. Feel free to come with suggestions, by the way, if you're ever interested in you know, a very specific topic you'd like us to discuss in detail. It will be fine. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye, Michael.
Okay, so you can hear me actually.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just...
Okay, I'll just say bye. Bye. I don't know if you can hear me, but bye.
We can hear you. Alright. Bye. Thanks for watching. See you guys around. And ciao.